one, Hess-Plachko.
I'll start out with the rest. I've gotten to meet Judge Miller now. I've gotten to know Judge Miller for the last 7 or 8 years, I guess. And great guy. And Judge Dolman, we sit on a board together, the Senior Charity Bowl, which he is the glue that keeps that group together. We have a lot of meetings at the Club 18 that I don't know if they get done without him.
You're a great liar.
This group of guys, I tell you what, it's been great. It's been a great summer and getting to know them and just go around the county. What you see tonight, it's almost like a roast here. It's just a good group of guys, fun guys. They love what they do. They've all been doing it, except for myself, Gary, and Brad. You know, the rest of them have been involved. They've been doing it. They love what they do, and they deserve your vote. They deserve to stay where they are. But I want to bring out Gary now. I'm going to jump over here to Walter a little bit because I want to bring Gary out. Because since 10:45 on primary election night, this guy and I have been teammates. We joined together immediately. As soon as we knew we were the two that were going ahead, we joined teams and we brought everybody together with us. We're going to do that in the courthouse too. Over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the tides have turned. They've changed. When we first won in the primary, people said, you guys can't win. Which one of you are going to get it? Because both of you aren't getting in. Well, I'll tell you what, the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's been different. Since the debates, since the radio, since the television, since the newspaper, everything's changed. Gary and I are telling you what we're going to do, and we're telling you how we're going to do it. No one else is doing that. We're going out and telling you we're going to bring jobs. We're telling you how we're going to bring jobs. We're going out and telling you we're going to cut expenses, and we're telling you how we're going to do it. The other guys won't do it. The newspaper asked us a question, and they say, well, what do you disagree with by your opponents? I don't know. Because they won't tell us anything. They won't say what they're going to do. They're going on the old popularity contest. Well, you know what? We're not. We're here for results. We're going to go out, and we're going to keep working our tails off for the next week. We got 1 week left, and we're asking for everybody's help to go out there, the old cliche, go get 10-year friends, go get 10-year family members, bring them out, get them to vote. Because we're going to do it. We're going to do it with the help of everybody in this room. And then on Thursday night in the Pottsville rally, we're going to do it there. And Sunday at the McAdoo rally, we're going to do it there. And we're going to get everybody to come out and vote. And they're going to bring us into the courthouse. And we're going to work our plan. We have a great plan, and we're going to work it. And with that, I'm going to give it up to Gary now for a little bit. Thank you.
Just to add on to what John has said, again, what we're saying is we're putting meat into what we're working on towards. Also, another thing is what we're doing is we're working on a low budget. We don't have a lot of money in deep pockets and so forth. We're coming from grassroots, working people to fund our campaign. And that's what we're working for. We're working for you, the people. We have done that since May, asking your concerns. We're running on your interest. We're not just running on things that we think. We're running on interests that you gave us insights on our surveys, on our polls, and so forth. And that's what we're going to continue to do. Not just in this election, but every day the next 4 years we're up in the courthouse. We will work, we will listen, and we'll definitely work towards finishing off what we talked about in the beginning. Talking about jobs and economy, we've come up with a plan. We looked around and traveled around this county, and one thing that we all have in common is the blight of properties. We need to conquer that by putting some partnerships and working together. Another thing that we need to do is rather than having the county and the municipalities out there, we need to join partnerships and to work together. Work together to accomplish problems and whatever it might be. Whether it be in Schuylkill Haven or Montney City or out in Higgins. If they have an issue, maybe we can collectively work together to lobby our legislators, lobby our congressmen to get things done in this area. And that's what we plan to do. First of all, and through this whole campaign since May, we have worked together and worked. We said we were coming out as a team, and that's the way we are. And that's the way we work off of, is to continue to do that. John is an excellent person. I've met and worked with his family. They're very great people. He's going to be an excellent county commissioner. We ask you, and I ask from your heart, especially here in Schuylkill Haven, and especially traveling around. I am very, very humbled to have served as mayor for the last 6 years. And knocking on doors and people saying, we don't want to lose you. And I really don't know that response and saying, well, you're not really losing me. Actually, you gave me the leadership over these past 6 years. leadership on how to work with people, how to get the job done. And again, it wasn't I. It was all of us together. I continue to say that. Things you see in Schuylkill Haven didn't happen by one person. It happened by a collective group of people out there on one issue. We seen the problem, we got together and worked towards it. And that's what this county needs to do. We have good people from here in Schuylkill Haven to Shenandoah or whatever. All we need to do is to start believing in ourselves and working to that common goal. We have the plan. Our opponents are out there throwing fluff and does not have a plan to back it up. We're the only team that you listen that has a plan that is going to work for the next 4 years to take you into the future. We're working for these kids and their kids after that. We're not just working for 4 years, we're working for the future. And hopefully that you'll go out and support both of us, both John and I, because again, one person can't make things move up there. And our ideas that we have out there will die if we don't. So again, go out, talk to all your friends and relatives and so forth to get us elected. Also, and last thing, this team behind me, and again, John, I, and Brad are kind of newcomers, and I'll tell you what, when you talk about team, and you know how a team is, and especially when you're running a relay race, and sometimes you get down or whatever, there's always that teammate to shake you a little bit and say, things will be all right, here's the direction to put you on. Or if you can't be here, we're always filling in and saying, you know, there was another commitment, but we fill in for each other. That's what you call a team. This team has started here, and we're going to carry that on to the courthouse. I talked about with all the row offices, and I'll tell you what, that was one question someone asked me, I think it was on the editorial board, and how I felt on things were going on up at the courthouse. And I said, why break the wheel? All these row offices have definitely cut, increased services, and so forth, so why would you want to change it? And I think they did an excellent job, and I think they deserve a round of applause because they saved you, the taxpayer, a lot of money. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you, all you guys, for keeping us in track and online and everything else. And there's another voter call. Answer it! But anyway, in ending, I just want to also, and maybe Mike will be back. We have one councilman here. Is Jerry Bowman still in the room? Jerry Bowman is one of our councilmen here. He's another one had a great foresight and leadership in this, in Schuylkill Haven, to get a lot of things done. Another gentleman, he had to leave, he'll be back, and he's up for election. So anyone that you know and the people of Schuylkill Haven, that's Mike Devlin. I would encourage you that you would get him elected because he needs to be here in Schuylkill Haven. He's a good person. And again, my promise to you is that all the people of Schuylkill Haven that are here, again, I promise that, and what I told people, I'm not leaving you. I'm not moving off the boards. I'm going to be here to see what was for it. I'm not a quitter. Things I start, I don't leave behind. And I'll always be here to support you. It's just to hopefully that you'll see that we can take some ideas and move it from one town and create it into 66 other municipalities. And that's what John and I plan to do. And hopefully that you will definitely give us your consideration and your vote next Tuesday, because I feel the leadership for the future team will be there this time next week. So again, thank you very much. One other thing I would like, and there's two representatives for